Brought to you by Max's Grill at Meisner Park in Boca Raton.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the frim sauce with the awesome bay with shafafa on the side.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. We're on the road again. It seems like we are on the road a lot, which is good for us because that means more free lunches. And today we're at Max's Grill in beautiful Boca Raton, Meisner Park. Jeff DeForest, did you make your way here okay? No glitches, no problems?
Diaper now or something?
No, sometimes
Did you make your way here okay? What kind of an intro is that, Mayo? Jeez,
You should have added in
Well,
Grille.
sometimes I hear you fetching about, if a place is kind of a little bit,
please,
like parking situation or a traffic situation. No, here it's very easy to find, very easy to get to, plenty of parking. I'll shut up now and let
your
you.
negatives about our own sponsors. It's hard to find. You can't park anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, you should come.
No, that's not how it is. That's not. Don't twist what I say,
You
Lubie.
said that about other places, though.
Well, no, pizza spot. Even Wade knows it's hard to find. He's okay
You
with
don't have
that.
to point it out.
No, but that's all right. Well, honesty. If I don't have my credibility, Lubie, what do I got?
I don't know.
Well.
A big mouth.
Certainly no dignity at this point. I've been coming here 31 years, Mayo. There were no issues whatsoever. I mean, there was a babe at the parking meter who couldn't figure out how to work it, and I was able to assist her. And
Okay.
and I realized I was 50 years older than she was, and I decided to move on.
Well,
Never mind that I'm married. That should also be a
the marriage
consideration.
part's
yeah.
thing.
I
Yeah.
did find a nice metered spot right across the street.
Yeah.
And the thing here is, I have all those parking apps downloaded on my phone. I don't know if
Yeah.
you figured that
I had
out.
it, but something happened. My credit card that I had this thing on got hacked, and I've never been able to put it
I
back
hate
together.
Oh, when you have to re-enter all the numbers again,
Yeah.
it can be a
Stress me
real
out.
pain. But I tell you, it makes life a lot easier when
It
you
is, yeah.
remember
Yeah.
to go on the app and feed the meter.
Yeah, you have to
Because,
add
of
money.
course, I had that incident last week, which has me questioning my own mental acuity at this point because I totally spaced and forgot to load up a meter when I got my haircut.
Wow, $35.
$40 later.
40.
And
Wow.
That
Oh,
was in,
Jesus, really?
downtown.
It's
Fort
criminal what
Lauderdale.
they do when you with a parking ticket. I mean, it's just
That
ridiculous,
one was on me. I have nobody but to blame but myself and possibly the THC. So
They should take that into consideration, and that
Exactly.
should be a viable plea, just like insanity.
it was
Well,
medical.
I was high at the time, Judge.
It was
so
a
what do you want
medical
me to do?
issue
Well,
that
you don't
day.
admit to driving on it, so that's the thing. It's a double-edged sword. $40 a lot better than a
You have so
DWI.
much on your mind, though, that it wouldn't be, impossible, or,
Well,
to forgive you for like an indiscretion, like forgetting
this is
to pay
what
the parking meter.
I try to show up bright and bouncy every day.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's
on
no
air
bigger
you
drunk
do
people.
that.
I mean,
And I took
before the show, if you even say hello to me, it goes,
Hello. What do you think about hello?
I'm like,
say hello. I'm saying goodbye.
I'm like the Nick Saban of live
you
stream
are.
host, where if you even so much as look at me or
can
try
I,
to
can I
say
use the
hello,
word bastard on the
you'll
show? You are a
immediately be
sick
fired.
bastard.
Don't look at me. Don't say hello to me. I'm very focused on getting my things.
We have to walk on eggshells around here. We really do.
I'm-
Especially since he became this big superstar now.
That's very
It's,
true.
almost impossible to talk to the guy. But anyway, no, you're good. I mean, you're fidgeting and doing
Well,
stuff.
now, 'cause I'm
what's
getting
going on?
reports
make
from
sure we're
people
up there and all
that that she can't find us. Bonnie DePacia, one of our super fans.
No,
sure
Bonnie,
we're-
it's Meisner Park. It's real easy to
yeah,
find.
404 Plaza Real, and it's right
You just
here
gotta
in
share it. It's
Meisner.
on South Florida Live.
Let me
You just
see
gotta
if
share it there.
yeah, no, I have it. We're loaded up on the Let's Eat South
Perfect.
Florida Facebook group. By the way, I don't know what's going on. Like Facebook is like I don't know. They might have a bot farm or something, but Let's Eat is almost at 125,000 members already.
Oh, yeah?
I just looked at the numbers. It grew by.
Maybe they weren't releasing all of the people who had applied to become members. Is that
Well,
possible?
no, I mean it's kind of an
do
automated
that?
process,
Yeah.
and it says the group grew by 1,782 members in the last week,
Wow.
which is
Strong.
kind of
There you
exponential.
Hey,
go.
why wouldn't anybody? I mean, you're getting free advice, and it's not just advice, from one critic or whatever, which is fine. I mean, you used to read Mayo and the Sun Sentinel, and If you had a favorable opinion about a place, you might consider going. If you didn't, you might consider changing your plans. But now you have like 120,000 people viably expressing an opinion. And so, you catch 25, 30 opinions on a joint,
Nah.
and you get to form your own idea about whether or not it seems like it's worth
I just
it.
love that Luke was openly saying it had nothing to do with the show. It's literally people. They've only been open a few months.
Yeah,
and he
gets
points
rave
to
reviews.
Let's
I would have
Eat
wanted to go there.
as to
Yeah,
why
yeah.
people will come in and say, "Look, we found you on Let's Eat." Like that's
Yeah.
sort of cool.
I don't want to brag, but it's like it is the premier like foodie food group on the
This
Facebook
area.
for South Florida because
It's got to be number one in the world.
it's
no?
large.
Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Don't forget
There's some
Cincinnati.
cities that have some
Well, they need to find some
300,000.
good restaurants,
Yeah,
and we know why.
it's kind of boring there. All they do is talk about Skyline chili
and the Grand
and
the
Big.
fact
Gold
that you
Star
buy
chili and
Frozen Skyline
Camp
chili
or
it's,
whatever it is,
it's
blue
still-
ash
yeah.
chili. No, but here we have so much diversity, and we're pleased to be at Max's Grill. Burt
Yes.
Rapoport, the Rapoport Restaurant
They
Group,
him- himself is here.
officially
I see
on
Bert
board.
out there, man. He looks great.
Bert is having a little light lunch with one of his friends, but I did. We both got to see him. Actually, he held the door for
He actually
Lubie.
opened the door
What
for
a
me. I'm like,
gentleman.
what
What a-
service?
What a
Did he
restaurateur!
recognize
An
Lubie, or
icon.
he must
Yeah, he
not
said
have?
that. What's going on, Lubie? I'm like,
All right.
okay,
schlepping
that's
the
service.
equipment. Uh,
It's always
Hey,
a sign
Bert.
you're doing something.
but Bert is enjoying a little nice light lunch out fresco. It's beautiful weather. I mean, this is why we
Yeah,
all
the
live
weather's
here.
Gorgeous here.
It's packed out there on the patio and the deck, and they have a great outdoor bar here. And Bert was enjoying one of the light specialties. He had a hummus. It was a pesto hummus that
Oh,
he was
nice.
enjoying.
that's
sounds
And
good.
we're going to be joined by Chef Mike and showing off some of the new fall menu items,
Nice.
which I always can't wait to sample. It's a mystery to me. I didn't look. I didn't ask. He's just going to come join us in the next segment. But meanwhile, we're setting the table, setting the stage. I did my walk of life, 3.5 miles. I had a huge feast last night at my friend Hui's at Kaizen Sushi and Grill in Fort Lauderdale, right there on North Federal Highway. And man, it was tremendous. It was great to Val's back in town.
Nice.
Her daughter is visiting. They just got back from Italy. Of course, when you spend 2 weeks in Italy, the thing you crave most is
Sushi.
Sushi.
Honestly, I love Italian food. But yeah.
The thing about Italy, and this was my observation. As much as I loved it, and
all Italian food.
there were great places. Pretty much every place was serving the same type of food.
No, but here's the thing. They told
I
me
mean, it
they,
might have been different
they-
regions.
I
or
guess the
whatever.
regions. Like I guess if
Yeah.
you go to different areas,
they
I
told
guess,
me three things, and I'm sorry I'm talking about you, but this is good food talk.
Nah,
Was number one,
whatever.
they ate at a French restaurant in Rome.
Okay.
Interesting.
Because
Okay.
everybody goes to Rome to eat French food.
No,
I
but
ate at a
mean-
Chinese restaurant in Rome. It was authentic.
Well, and that's the other thing. In Florence one
I've seen
night,
Italian food.
they
I'm not gonna lie.
found a Chinese restaurant. It
Yeah.
must have been a Sunday night or something, because that's when
It was sort of
our
a
tribe-
health-oriented, but they had kind of an Asian, spin to it, and there were a lot of people eating there because they were tired of eating pizza.
Well, of course, Marco Polo first found pasta noodles in China, so it makes
Yeah.
certain sense that there would be Chinese restaurants.
I found it odd. I'm thinking, man, I schlepped all the way over here to eat like at a Chinese
Look
restaurant.
what guy paying.
That's just where we ended up that
Sometimes
day.
it's
Yeah.
better than ending up at a McDonald's. I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
man, no.
And then the other thing they said is they did find some bad Italian food in Venice.
Oh, yeah?
Wow.
Like it was a tourist trap place.
That's the problem with Venice. I haven't been to Venice, but I've heard Venice is very touristy.
It's a lot of tourist traps.
I trusted Venice. I had a great meal there. It wasn't a
Good.
place that anybody had known. It was just one of these places
Yeah.
we ran into in a corner in a area where there were a bunch of outdoor restaurants. The thing they made for us was fantastic, though. So I just trusted that
Nice.
all the restaurants there were, of a high level of quality.
Yeah.
I guess you can find a bad joint anywhere.
Oh, yeah,
It's possible, but they were saying not only like it wasn't the best service or food, but they were like the way the servers were disputing their opinions that they didn't like the food. It's like, no, you can't not like the food. It's good
That
food.
sounds like
You don't know what you're talking about. You're dumb Americans.
Well, we
And they
ended
didn't
up ordering
appreciate
something
that.
that could have fed 4 people easily, and we were 2. And then on top of that, we ordered something else because we thought this was like a special for one person. And they could have let us know that this was going to be enough to feed like a family.
Nice.
Wow, all of this stuff looks absolutely
Meanwhile,
fantastic.
we got the new
What did you do? You
items
went healthy
dropping
here
in
for
here.
the fall. I mean,
I
what's
So that
see.
is the
going on here,
pesto
man?
hummus.
It looks like the pesto hummus. We're gonna have
Chicken
Chef Mike. He'll
paella,
explain
he's
it all. I see some fish. I
Smells
see
great.
a
Looks
lovely
like a
salad.
tuna-
I look at tuna tartare thing with some beautiful fresh pita
Oh.
bread. We've got
This is
all
high-end
the.
stuff here,
This
Mike.
is high end stuff.
Yeah.
Just to conclude the
Oh,
Italy
like, is there a
discussion,
burger coming?
they said not only did they have a bad tourist trap meal, they also had a pizza. I don't know if it was at the same place or not, but They ordered a mushroom pizza, and it was canned mushrooms.
Really?
Which you would think
That's
is
blasphemy.
Where
Yeah.
did, so they
Totally.
were in
Where was the
touristy
Pope?
places?
Was he not
So
at
they
the
were in,
Vatican that day? I mean,
major
mean,
touristy places.
that is
like,
not a kosher pizza for
No.
Italy, I would
No,
think.
no.
I
to
tell you
have
what,
canned
cruising around Venice, as I remember it, it was like you could have sat down. It seemed like anywhere and gotten yourself a great meal. That there were any number. I mean, as there are throughout Italy and Venice.
Yeah, but
and Florence
like, ask yourself
and
this:
Rome.
You can
There's-
always
now I'm
find,
the expert.
You
I've
can
been there
always
once,
find
but
something.
there's so many
especially
great-
if you're in the touristy areas. That's the thing. Like
so many
they
great
hammer the tourists.
places in Miami and in Fort Lauderdale, but there's those stretches right
Oh,
along
yeah.
the beach, whether it's Ocean
I
Drive
think
or
you underwrote
A1A,
it, Mayo. What's going
and
on here? My
and
God.
and you can
Yeah,
find
put 'em wherever you
yourself
got
in
too much
a tourist trap
We don't need
situation.
this.
Now, this is no tourist trap. This place has been here for 31 years. It is a perennial in Boca,
you're good.
in
It is a
Meisner. I drive through Meisner now, and it seems like more than half the restaurants are new.
beautiful.
You've had
Thank you.
places come and go. Some
Put the fries
come
in the right place. my
rather
friend.
quickly.
Yeah.
But Max's is one of those perennials.
staple. I mean-
Anything that's been around over 30 years, people love it. It's doing everything right. It has the right hospitality, good service, good value, all kinds of good deals and specials. That's what you'll find here at Max's Grill, 401 Plaza Real, right here in Meisner Park, and plenty of parking, easy to find.
Dig in
How do you
on
like
some of
that,
these French
Defo?
fries. No,
Yeah.
it's good. I mean, look, if you can't find Meisner Park, you're not exactly Magellan. You would have to say.
So I want to just correct you. I'm a wordsmith guy.
That's
And I'm not a broadcaster. And usually I butcher the pronunciation of
Yeah.
words. But the last couple of days, you've been singing the praises of one Jim Sarney,
Sorry.
conscientious, considerate individual
Yes.
who showed up with a cheesecake, birthday cake for Lubie
Yes.
yesterday at Luke's Seafood. That was
Very
a great
thoughtful.
show.
Much
in
appreciated.
Very
contrast to the rest of us. Yeah.
So
Who didn't give a flying one about Libby's birthday and didn't even know when it was.
now you keep calling him producer emeritus. and
It's a merit.
It's emeritus. It's emeritus. Oh, don't choke on the
Please
fry.
don't pass that. Please don't pull me
And I
out.
don't even know if that's the right word, because emeritus is like somebody who's done something for a long time and
Yeah.
then they let them keep the title after they retired. Holy cow, we've got more
There he
food
is.
here.
More stuff here.
It seems like the restaurants are ganging up on us and trying to
It's not the right word, but it sounds good. I mean,
I would
that's the
call
reason I use
him
it.
I'd see a producer.
honorary producer.
Honorary.
No,
I would
he's not
call-
honorary because there's no honor in what he does.
I think there's honor. He's always pointing out.
No, it's a little bit over the top here. It's kind
Meshuggah
of
is
like
the word, and I love him. but
like
it's
we live with program directors that had no idea what the hell we were doing for a long, long time. What we were doing was working. They didn't like it because it was working.
Yeah, and it
So
wasn't
they
their
would do
idea.
everything in their power to try and get you to
Sabotage.
move off
Yeah,
of what's the successful formula. And with Jim, we would have to say that if we followed his advice, we would have been finished years ago. Years ago.
Yeah,
Although I was
And I
listening.
love the man, but
I
yes.
don't mean to be demeaning about what I thought was an art form. At one
But he
time.
hooked you up with Reno, the new hockey
Yes, that was a
expert.
great
Well,
idea.
and Reno was
and that
brilliant,
worked
which
out.
you
That's,
knew he would be. Yeah.
That's one of those things that
And
every
it's
so often,
appreciated.
I
Yeah.
guess, even a blind squirrel finds
a nut. Yes.
Yeah. So, hey, let's take our first break because I think Chef
That's
Mike is
it?
going to come out.
Yeah, he was
well,
just
okay.
with
That
us.
was your
gonna-
intro. I mean, you got your Val had a lousy meal in Venice.
It's 1:17.
Since when do you keep track of
Yeah,
time?
you're worried
I
about the
mean,
time?
never, man.
I got to
You
make
start
sure
a
that
new show at 2:00. I mean,
when we
you-
got
Yes,
the-
Mike seems to be lingering. So yes, that
all right,
makes a
all
lot
right,
of
all right.
sense.
Keep it on track, my friend.
So, no, again, Rapoport Restaurant Groups, besides Max's Grill, you've got next week we'll be at Deck 84
Yes,
in
that was fun.
Delray Beach, waterfront dining right on the Intracoastal there at 800
Did you rent
East
the boat? I
Atlantic
mean, you really
Avenue.
should rent a boat.
Me and
should
you,
come up in
we
boat
should
one
have
time.
our skipper's caps on and just
There you go.
come cruising up the Intracoastal. And they do have dockage there, and they do welcome
I
boaters
believe
to come.
that one time in my life I have docked a boat. Not me personally, but
Right.
I've been on a boat that docked there and had lunch.
One time I've grabbed
Yeah.
the rope and kind of twisted it around
I don't
and put it
assist
on
at all.
those.
Yeah, no, I don't
those
assist at
what
all.
are they called? The knot? I don't know.
Whatever
The
that thing is, yeah.
cleats. I
Yeah.
think they call it a cleat. The
That
thing
is a
that
cleat,
you
yes.
wrap. You see my
Now look at
nautical
you.
knowledge.
Nautical,
I'll give you a good quick
champions.
story about the cleat real quick about our good friend Jersey Kyle Martinez, who installs docks and things of that nature, seawalls. So this was at Calouse, and a guy docks his boat, and he's leaving, and he does not untie the boat. He leaves it roped around the cleat,
Okay.
takes off, and the
Oh, geez.
boards come flying
Oh,
off
God.
along with the cleat
That's ugly.
and hit the woman that was on his boat.
Oh no!
And she is slightly injured, but not really all that severely. So now this is an idiot, right? He's drunk out of his
Yeah,
mind. He
clearly,
drives his
yeah,
boat
yeah.
up while it's still tied to the dock. And guess what? They were held responsible, Calouse and Kyle's company, for having
What?
for having the cleat come flying off the dock there.
Even that's an unfortunate.
How ridiculous! Yeah,
Unfortunate. And we have our server here who's like, her jaw just dropped, saying, "Yeah, come on in and say hello.
Come on in, yeah.
Hello to
Photo
the
bomb the
lunchbox crowd." What's your name again? I'm sorry,
Jenny.
Jenny.
Jenny with
Okay,
an
well,
I.
Jenny is
Jenny from the
one
block.
of the great servers here at Max's.
Well, not that Jenny.
Jenny.
Jenny is bright
Sure,
and
why
brilliant, and these guys are drinking wine. They're day drinking. I'm a teetotaler
Next
today.
Tuesday, Judy.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, they don't have to know.
I'm trying
Next
to
He's so
Tuesday,
ridiculous.
Judy, we'll be at
Don't
Deck
even bother.
84 next Tuesday.
It is ridiculous.
There's psychological
All
damage.
right, Mike is busy. He's waiting. Let's again next week we'll be at Deck 84, and
On
of course
Tuesday,
the other
Tuesday,
ones,
Judy
the other
wants it.
properties are the Burton Max's out in West Atlantic in the
Yes.
Delray Marketplace, and the Prezzo Italian restaurants in Boca Raton, Palm Beach Gardens. Go check it out. All the Rapoport Restaurant Groups, their handles are on the crawl at the bottom. To go and check out their Instagram accounts. It has all their kind of specials, happy hours, and whatnot. And maxsgrill.com is the website for Max's.
Yes.
Let's take a break, and we'll be back with Chef Mike and talk about this wonderful array
Nice array
of
stuff.
fall classic
Yeah.
dishes
Wow.
on the lunchbox.
Want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting? Have I got the place for you? Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasto platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi, fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova, or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets. They've got eggs Benedict. They've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox. People come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. 4, a Delray Beach favorite since 2010. Casual waterfront dining right on the Intracoastal and the Avenue. Located at 840 East Atlantic, there's valet parking and dock and dine available. By land and sea, this is the place to be, with modern American cuisine, fresh seafood, and a sushi bar. Stay cool in the interior dining room or chill out on the air-conditioned outdoor deck and bar. All your favorites are here, including burgers, tacos, and their great spinach cheese dip. Weekend brunch until 2 p.m. and live music every Saturday and Sunday afternoon. For reservations and more information, go to deck84.com and tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah,
My
you
mouth
right?
is full, as usual.
You haven't tried the sandwich yet either, which is interesting.
getting there.
Because
Jeff
that should be a
Defo,
classic.
Chef Defo at the Forest, Mike Mayo. We kicked Lubie out of his chair so we could get Chef Mike, another Mike.
He's done it again.
Executive chef here at Max's Grill. It's great to see you again.
Nice
and
nice to see you guys.
boy, you couldn't have put out some more food. This
Yeah.
is
Wow.
ridiculous.
Well, I
It's a
heard you guys could eat,
ridiculous
so-
spread. Yeah. What do we got going here? I'm munching on some branzino. It's absolutely delicious.
You got one of the new signature items. It's a bronzino. It's a half fillet. Comes with some roasted asparagus, some charred scallion, and a nice pine nut vinaigrette. It's part of this new small plate section that we're really excited about. We're trying to offer some more kind of value-driven items on the menu that could either be a small entree if you add yourself a little bit more of a side, or a nice little share plate to share with one or two.
I like
people.
it. I like the
So-
concept because sometimes you get these entrees and they're overwhelming, and you still want them to have maybe another little plate, another appetizer, and that's like perfect. It's a perfect dish.
We definitely want people to come in, enjoy themselves, share the food with everybody at the table, and I think this new little section on our menu gives people that ability and that opportunity.
And that the sauce on it is absolutely also nice.
Thank you.
Vinaigrette gives it that little tang. Fish is cooked perfectly. Asparagus on the plate. Good, nice plate. But what else we got? We've got
Wide
tuna.
variety of things.
Yeah,
here.
we got a good
lettuce
little spread
wraps
for you guys.
sensational,
Yeah,
too.
the lettuce wraps. That's a
Sensational.
classic here at
Yeah.
Max's.
Wow.
We've had that on the menu for a long time. The ground chicken, shiitake mushrooms, candy cashews. Can't go wrong with that. In front of that is the new shrimp salad for the seasonal menu. Definitely more of a fall-inspired salad with some winter squash. We got these really great delicata squash in that we've roasted with the nice merguez spice on there. Some frisée.
Merguez. That's some nice fancy. That's like a African spice, or
Yeah, it's like a Moroccan kind of
Moroccan.
spice. Absolutely.
Yeah. Lubie was just in Morocco last month on vacation.
Lucky
so
him. Lucky him.
Merguez, you must have had a little bit of that there. Yes, he's nodding his head. Yes, that looks wonderful. What else we have?
Next to that is the new pesto hummus.
Yes.
Part of our new appetizers.
Bert, the man himself, was eating this for lunch today, and it looked
He
good.
was. It's a new fan favorite. It's a
Yeah.
new fan favorite. There's some nice cherry
Gotta try
tomatoes
a bite
on there,
here.
some feta, some pine nuts, and we serve it with some pita.
You got some stuff here.
I'm going in.
Yeah.
I'm
After
going
You
Well,
might
in.
just eat it with his fingers. You have to be
It's
careful
work-
about that. Yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Well,
Works for me.
lucky I didn't ask for a straw. I could just like sip it up. But no, it's
Just drink it.
it looks good. I'm gonna go in here and put a little
There we
bit
go.
on the pita bread. And what's this? It's like a green tomato, a pickled tomato. Or?
Yeah, it's an heirloom tomato, so
Heirloom.
it's a green tomato, but you'll
Throw it
find a
in
little
it.
variety
There you
of some red and maybe some yellow ones in there as well.
All I love is that pine nuts on top. Gives it a little crunch, right?
Yeah, we keep our pesto for the house nut free, with allergies, so it's a nice way to reintroduce the pine nut flavor into the dish and give it a little crunch, with the pesto being so.
Oh,
creamy.
so if people who have any kind of allergies,
yeah,
they
we can
could
just
still-
remove the pine nuts.
just not
and they're all
have
set.
the scattering of pine nuts
Yeah.
on top, and you'll have a nut-free hummus that is a pesto. Man, that's good. That's really good. I could see why it's become an instant favorite
Yeah,
here.
thank you, appreciate that.
Yeah. And then we've got a tuna tartare.
Yeah, in the center of the table is a nice tuna tartare, classic smashed avocado, a little soy dressed sushi tuna, and we serve it with a little yuzu sauce and some gyoza chips for eating. So it's a
Like
nice.
all these dishes are pretty intricate. I mean, it's you got all kinds of flavors going on. but-
Yeah, well, when we spoke last, we were kind of doing all of the research and the development for the new menu. So it's nice that you have a chance now to kind of see where all of that time went.
Mhm.
So, we definitely wanted to elevate the food here at Max's. We have such a reputation for that. So we wanted to kind of raise the bar a little higher. And I think that
Excellent.
this new menu does that.
Bring Bert into the picture here.
Yeah,
While
sure.
we're
I
at it.
can
Yeah.
get up.
Bert,
I'll
come
leave
on
the
in.
show. I'm chomping on that green tomato. It's good.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, nice touch. Local source.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
try
we-
to get lots of locally sourced
Yeah,
ingredients
absolutely.
for the produce.
Whenever
and
we
such.
can, we try to source locally.
And we welcome to the lunchbox back Bert Rapoport, the fine, legendary restaurateur, and among his restaurants is Max's Grill. Welcome back, Bert. It's great to see you.
Thanks, Mike. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Good
no,
to see you,
and,
chef.
Good to see you, Bert, as always.
and it's great that we've officially kicked off and welcomed you as lunchbox sponsors. It's been a blast getting to go around the different properties over the summer, and now we're here. The weather is beautiful. Season is has arrived, right?
Let's play too.
Yeah. And I saw you outside. And what were you eating for lunch? And because I just had a bite of it, and it's delicious. You had the pesto, right?
Yeah, pesto hummus.
Mike was talking about the menu development. How does that all work? How long does it take? and what does it entail, and how? I guess is it a committee or is it final say is you or the chef, or how does it all play out?
So we knew that we had to make some major changes to the menu. It was getting a little tired, and we didn't feel we were appealing to a broader basis that we wanted to. So we came up with some objectives, and we started talking about some examples and whatnot. And then the chef spent the entire summer testing different items, doing some research and whatnot. And then we've done numerous tastings that started back in June, and they just got completed a couple weeks ago. And we're extremely pleased with where we're at right now.
When you have these tastings, is it just staff and people who are in-house, or do you invite some like outside people to just get like a customer reaction? Because, sometimes what maybe food people like and what the general public likes are not necessarily aligned.
No, we just did it. Mike, myself, and Patrick Broadhead, our director of operations.
Okay. And
but to kind of, I guess we do special a lot of the items first. We want to make sure that the reception of the guest is there. We want to make sure that we are putting great food on plates, and it's kind of a good research for us to make sure that things are selling. Because if they're selling on the special board, they will sell on the menu as well. And if it doesn't sell on the special board, then we're not gonna continue tasting that item.
Yeah. What's perennials here? I guess because always on the lighter side because of the weather here, so that's why the hummuses and the fish, and that's why you kind of gearing towards that. Very nice.
Did you guys try the sticky ribs?
I did not try the sticky ribs yet.
Those are on the nighttime menu, so we're working. They're actually cooking right now.
Now, and this is a French dip. Is this a new item, or
this
that's
is a new item? Yeah,
it is.
It's a French dip sandwich on a ciabatta bun.
Wow.
We get the steak from Quincy Cattle up in Chiefland. So it's an eye round. We actually sous vide them here, and then we dip them in the au jus that we make ourselves.
Wow. That looks beautiful. That's a nice.
Thick, it's a great.
Yeah, I mean,
great sandwich.
Thin slice, but piled on high. And we got the au jus that I'm going to go in and excuse me while I take
a good dip.
Yeah. Tender, and the ciabatta it holds up well with it.
Yeah, nice crunch. You need a little structure to hold the sandwich, especially once you dip it.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's becoming one of our signature items for sure.
Yeah.
Are
you doing the short ribs?
No, though. Again, they're cooking also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah,
no, it's all right. We understand. They're on nighttime.
Well, they're all the braised items, so they cook during the day so that they're ready for the PM shift, and they'll be ready soon.
We'll come back later.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to start doing nighttime shows.
Yeah, the dinner box.
Don't give me any ideas. I've been known to do it. Bert, what else is happening? I guess we're going to be at Deck next week. Is there also like new menu items going on at all the different restaurants? Or
at Deck we have a new chef, so I'll introduce you to him next week.
Okay, great.
Very accomplished older gentleman.
Nice. All right. So was it just? I guess is he revamping things? Because I know you just introduced a bunch of like the sushi up there also, right at Deck 84.
Yeah, that was one component. We started in the spring. And
all good.
Yeah.
It's selling. I imagine it sells
great.
This summertime. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got the sushi program here going strong, right?
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit last time about the dry age, the beef behind us.
Yeah.
And that's going on. And it's
still selling well.
Yeah. It's all good. Bert, what do you look for, I guess, this season in terms of there's some newcomers in the plaza here. How does that impact you? Does a rising tide lift all boats because more restaurants mean more people will come, and then sometimes there'll be spillover? Or
here in Meisner Park, it's interesting because a rising tide lifts all boats if you have enough dock space for all the boats.
Okay.
So parking gets a little challenging here on weekends,
even with the garages and all that stuff. Yeah. Okay.
But it's good to see the action in the plaza, especially we have that great outdoor bar here. So the bar hoppers, always hit a couple of the places.
Yeah, and I think it's good. I mean, look, there was a couple of years where it kind of underwent transition and places went out. And then there was COVID, and then they were empty for a while. But I just think the feel of the area now feels a lot more vibrant again.
Yeah.
As I drive up and down, I see all these other new places. But again, people, they like their, the tried and true, and that's what Max's, that fills the gap of a place that you could trust, right?
Well, 33 years.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing the season is starting a little bit earlier than last year, and we expect this season to be even busier than last year, which was a record, just because of the same reasons last year.
Right. And we went back a little bit this year talking to people to more of the seasonality, where the summertime was a little bit, I guess, more sparse. People were traveling again out of town, but now, like you said, they're back, and you guys are well prepared. It looks like, Chef Mike.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No. Well, thank you so much for this whole great spread. We're gonna get Defo back after the next break, but we want, Bert, you can hang around another segment, because you and Defo seem to always, unless you got business to attend to. But
Nah,
you got.
What do I got to do?
Him, I know the chefs are always busy; they got to get back there. But the French dip is a winner. The branzino, absolutely delicious. I love that pesto. What didn't I try yet? Oh, I didn't try the tuna, but. Well, and we've got the shrimp salad. You and my cardiologist would not get along, because you guys are trying to kill me. He keeps saying eat less.
We're gonna bump heads over there.
Yeah, but that's the nature of the beast. But I did take the walk this morning. I can't wait to dive into all the other dishes here at Max's Grill, 404 Plaza Real in Meisner Park. Come on out, and again, you've got happy hours and other kinds of specials going on.
Yeah, we have happy hour daily at the bars. We also do the wine and dine, which is the early promotion, which you get 2 entrees. We'll get you a bottle of wine, a bottle of house wine, and you get a super salad with that as well.
That's a good deal.
It's a great deal.
Every weekday, or
I believe it's Monday through Thursday.
Okay, that's a good deal. And do you have any other wine down Wednesday? Today is Wednesday, but I guess that's a good enough wine deal to come in.
Yeah,
2 entrees in a bottle.
I believe every Wednesday, Joe, the general manager, he'll put a few bottles on half off, and,
okay,
and we'll have some sort of wine specials. But
people love their wine down Wednesdays.
Absolutely.
I know
absolutely.
that. So all good. All right, Mike. Thanks for coming on. Let's take another break, and then we'll bring Defo back, and we'll chat a little bit more with Bert Rapoport about the past, present, and future of the whole restaurant game and Rapoport's restaurant group. Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned, for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Do you like pizza? Who doesn't like pizza? Well, my spot for pizza is the Pizza Spot. It's in that little bit hard to find Riverside Park neighborhood of Fort Lauderdale, but it's totally easy to love. It's at 601 Southwest 12th Avenue, New Haven style, a pizza from Wade and Reese. It's a lovely outdoor spot. You could also pick up pies to go at 754-779-7788, 754-779-7788. Again, they're open every day but Monday for lunch and dinner. Some of the best pizza I've ever had. Go to Pizza Spot. They also have subs, salads, and more. Tell them the Gambling Gourmet sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. It's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride.
And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
We're back here at Max's Grill with Bert Rapoport, restaurateur, Jeff Tifo DeForest, back in the game. And, gentlemen, I've been feasting during the break. That tuna tartare is excellent. Melt in your mouth. That's good, high-quality stuff, Bert. Well done.
Only the best for you.
The pesto hummus, that is that new conceptually? I mean, really delicious stuff.
I saw it on a menu up in New York, and
Really?
I said, man, that would really work with us down here.
Okay. Nice. So, and it's the highest form of flattery, right? When you find a dish and just put it on the menu.
Yeah,
That's it.
I hope so. Karma, you know?
That's it. No, it's a really good, it's perfect flavors, balance of flavors. And, you know, you guys are known for that. Was it the sun-dried tomatoes hummus is another big seller and signature item here?
We used to give it away
Ah.
for over 20-something years. And then when COVID hit, we had to change the whole business model.
Oh, okay.
So we charge for it now.
Okay, because it used to be like you get it with a little piece of bread to start with, the kind of what you did with the focaccia and the prezzo with the
with
roasted garlic.
Yeah.
It's always, but again, it's all this pesto dish is, it's a nice bright light lunch item, and I saw you were eating it before, you know, the
Even
show.
I eat it.
It's mission accomplished, though. I mean, if you were looking to put out, as Mike was mentioning earlier when we were talking with your head chef, smaller dishes where of a lighter variety, where you don't come out of here feeling like you just swallowed a bowling ball for lunch, and now you're sluggish the rest of the day. And this is really, really well done and a wide variety of interesting things. So congratulations on that. Mission accomplished as always, Mr. Bird.
Oh, thanks.
Unreal.
Well, we came up with it because we added 8 items to the dinner menu.
Okay.
That are like $20 and less. So we just wanted people to get better perceived value when they'll go out, during the week and didn't want to spend a lot of money and whatnot.
Well, that's, the biggest, not that we hear any complaints on the Let's Eat South Florida Facebook group.
Oh, about pricing?
But
Never.
one of the biggest complaints that we do hear when they're not.
Are you kidding me? $28 for an entree? And it didn't come with anything.
It's the whole, the value proposition, the cost of things. And I think this move is definitely fits the time. You're reading the room, and people, again, maybe have smaller size plates, but have, again, being totally filling at $20 and really flavorful, packed with all kinds of innovative flavors. It's, I guess, is that what you see as maybe the trend for the next year or so? Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Smaller plates, better value, more variety.
That's it. And
Oh no, I was going to get into some other stuff here.
Go for it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I follow Bert on social media, and I'm trying to figure out what hasn't he done this summer. I mean, he took over the Hamptons. He was golfing all over Europe, including Scotland. I mean, St. Andrews, everywhere. You were at that thing in Las Vegas, which
The Sphere.
you said you couldn't get into the Sphere.
Yeah. So that was my birthday week. It turned out to be 2 weeks. But we started in North Carolina, playing golf, and
Pinehurst, or where'd you go?
just outside of Charlotte.
Okay.
And then I figured, well, we're in Charlotte, we might as well go to Vegas.
There you go. It's right around the corner.
So we flew out to Vegas and spent the birthday out there. And then I said, well, we're in Vegas. I might as well go down to Scottsdale. I went to school at Arizona State.
Oh, right. I
And
forgot that.
They were
yeah.
playing Colorado that weekend, so I called up on my old college buddies, and we got tickets and hung out for the weekend. So that was a fun trip.
Nice.
Very nice. Yeah.
Now I'm in rehab.
We all are.
Scotland.
who isn't?
What were some of the courses you hit there? Because I used to be the golf aficionado, golf writer, and I love it on the links courses.
Oh yeah, well in St. Andrews we played the old course, the new course, and Kings Barn,
Very nice.
and then we went out over to Aberdeen, and we played Royal Aberdeen, Trump, and Cruden Bay.
Oh, right. Okay. And Trump used to be known as Turnberry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had a couple of Open championships, not U.S. Open, the British Open championships, obviously, but great courses over there.
It was great. I mean, what blew me away there the most was the food was so good.
Was it?
Because you're right on the North Sea, and so you got the freshest fish.
They do have some good salmon.
And
Yeah.
all the shellfish, some of the best oysters I ever ate.
Wow. You know what? I guess when I was there last, it must have been, over 25 years ago. And all I remember is haggis and stewed tomatoes and blood sausages. And I didn't find any of the seafood. And now I have deep regrets. I guess
Yeah, it was
times have
good.
changed.
Well, the Scotch didn't suck either,
Right. Wee dram of whiskey always makes a round, salves the pain of a couple of bogeys. That's great.
Great summer.
Hey,
Sorry,
meanwhile,
it's over.
you said next month you're going to be doing something. Obviously, terrible events going on in the Middle East, and the horrific attacks on Israel, and now the unfolding, other damage and other civilians getting hurt. But you said you guys wanted to do something here and next month.
I mean, everybody's concerned and everybody wants to help. And fortunately, I have a facility that could help with that. So there's a charity called Mogan David Adam that provides ambulances and EMS and blood to the sites of tragedies in Israel.
Right.
So on November 2nd, we're doing 2 seatings at 5:30 and 7:45. And we're donating the proceeds, to the charity.
To that, it's an ambulance. Again, it's kind of a humanitarian outfit that is helping out people that get injured and maimed in this horrific warfare. And, we hope that the day comes very, very soon where none of those services are going to be needed. But the realities of the situation are such that they are. And I'm glad that you guys have trying to channel. Everybody has that wanting to do something. And so the dates, how do people book for that?
November 2nd. I think they could see it on Max's Grill website.
maxsgrill.com. And you could sign up for that dinner that will benefit the name of it is
Mogan David Adam.
Mogan David Adam.
Don't ask me the translation.
Okay, no, it's all right.
I think he was at my bar mitzvah.
No, that was the wine that we were drinking.
That was the wine.
David, but no,
Mogan
that's
David,
the good stuff.
And look, and guys like Jose Andres and his World Central Kitchen are mobilizing, and they're going in to feed, everybody who's suffering, both in Israel and Gaza, and the unfortunate civilians that get caught up in as collateral damage. It's we just got to pray that there's better days ahead and peace at hand soon. But thanks for at least trying to do some positive things for the community and those overseas who are suffering. So all good
for sure.
Bert,
typical Mitch. Bert
well,
Mitch.
that's it.
Well,
the man, he gets it done.
Yeah.
And so these tastings. So like, Do you try to do seasonal menus too, and always like introduce a couple of things for wintertime and spring? Or
We change our menus twice a year.
twice a year. Okay.
Yeah.
So
And then a little tweaks here and there if something's not moving or we have some problems. But two big seasons
right.
is what we do.
And that's at all your properties?
We do. I mean, it's a lot easier now than when we had 14 restaurants.
All right, then that's true. But you still got, 4 concepts going. How do you stay so rail thin? You look like a 1-iron
Oh,
for those golfers out
Can
there.
he hit one? That's
And
the
if you're doing all these tastings, like, because, okay, I go around and having lunch and I get hit with 8 plates and I'm doing tastings, but I don't look like you. How do you do it?
Oh, people say, oh, tastings, that must be fun. I'll tell you, it's the worst part of my job. I'm up all night long after doing these tastings. I just can't handle it.
But what, do you walk it off, or how do you like?
Well, I work out like 5 days a week.
Oh,
so,
wow. Okay. So
yeah.
he's a fitness. What
Yeah.
do you, okay. That's,
yeah, I swim.
I need to get some notes from you. So,
What you need to do is do the demonstration, Mike Mayo. I don't
No,
know.
I'm
I
not
don't know if
doing
Bert
that.
has witnessed this.
I
The
have
one
my
bite
limits.
demonstration. I mean,
there are certain people.
he
that
goes
even-
Joey Chestnut.
no,
I think Bert would admire this. I
No,
really do.
usually-
You know what? The audience is going, Mayo,
Yeah, we
Mayo,
can hear him
Mayo,
out there.
Mayo. All right, watch
Usually,
this.
I try to shove.
is gonna
I
be,
call it the Mayo Monster Bite.
gonna
And
be
I've already
horrifying.
taken.
You need to
2
put some seasoning on
substantial
there or anything,
bites
any mayonnaise
on
or ketchup.
now with the French dip. You get a little cheating because
Okay,
it's
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of like with the
Oh,
way
that's
they
what
Well,
they do in the hot dog
the
the
contest.
way they dip the hot dogs in the fruit
Yeah.
punch, the buns, so
You
that
may
you
want
just
video
shovel it
of this,
down.
yeah.
I'm gonna dip the ciabatta bread.
Yeah.
I'm going
This
to
is not.
capture
This is not easy for me. because
David Singer has been
the
watching
rest
the
of my
show,
Facebook
waiting for
friends.
something to happen. Here we go. One bite, Mayo.
Oh, my God. Look at Mike Mayo go.
Oh my God!
No.
Can you believe this? As we often say, the sophisticated food critic for the Sun Sentinel, a major newspaper in the United States of America. He's still
He
going.
is my hero.
Yeah. No breaks.
Oh,
Just
man.
go ahead and finish that.
We're going to back you in the hot dog eating contest.
No, there he was a failure. That's the funny thing. I mean, he's a one-round fighter. If he doesn't get the knockout in the first round, it's over. Yeah.
Wow.
That was pretty good. All right, we're coming back. Bert, always a pleasure, my friend. Fantastic as always. Everything here was a hit.
Oh, it's great to see you guys.
We haven't really sampled. This is the shrimp salad. Looks great.
My
and
apologies.
then down the end there, Lubie, what do we have? A little Greek salad type of thing? Yeah.
It's easier when it's tuna salad or the meatballs that are really soft, but there's really good the beef that you.
That was so disgusting, wasn't it? I mean, yeah. Yeah, we're
Throw
going to have
in
to
one
throw
more
a couple
break.
extra spots in.
Give me
Yeah.
a chance to avoid
Come
the
back with
Heimlich
more
maneuver.
here on the Mayo Show in a moment, if he makes it.
This is Grille at Meisner Park in Boca Raton, located at 404 Plaza Real. Since 1991, delicious modern American cuisine in a stylish yet casual setting. The outdoor patio and lively bar is the place to see and be seen at Meisner. It also features a sushi bar and a dry-aged steak program. Don't miss their long-term signature dishes like radiatore pasta and bacon-wrapped meatloaf. So good. Open daily with live music Wednesday through Saturday evenings and a great weekend brunch. For reservations and more information, go to maxsgrill.com. People come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you.
All right, we're back on the lunchbox.
Are you? Are you
Yeah.
back? That bird started recording you.
I'm still chewing, but at least it's not. I did the megabyte of the French dip sandwich, and man, they're using some good beef,
That's a
high
nice
quality
sandwich.
beef, thin slice piled high. And boy, that's a tough one to put down in the big megabyte. But
Were you able to enjoy it? That's the question.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the question.
I always enjoy it. What I enjoy most is when I become so much of a freak show that the proprietors and even legendary restaurateurs like Burt Rapoport whips out his phone and starts videotaping.
Let go, Mike, go.
Feel like the Tyreek Hill. Like now I'm going to have to do selfies of the
Exactly.
bite and do a backflip while I'm eating my.
It's the most impressive thing on the show. There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
That's sad, but true.
But he you know
There's
what?
little reason to watch us, eat lunch every day, but that is compelling enough that I would tune in. I
You know,
would.
and again,
Sheldon G, that one was for you.
I couldn't get the whole thing in there, but that was
You
a,
tried.
a
Well, it's just
tremendous
big bread and
volume of
a lot
meat.
of
And that
meat.
ciabatta is very hefty and
How would you
chewy
rate
and
this
substantial.
tuna thing? You're more of a tuna
I really
tartare,
enjoyed this.
type than
That
am,
I
yeah.
went back and after I finished consuming the French dip bite,
Yeah.
I have a little more of this tuna tartare on the plate, and
I
it's
really enjoyed it.
minced up with some avocado on the
Avocado's
bottom
nice,
and
yep.
some really nice seasonings. You know, got the Asian flavors going on, as Chef Mike described, and that is great. I mean, it melts. I hate food cliches, but it really is melting your mouth good.
Oh, yeah?
It's just that tuna is high quality.
This lettuce
And,
wrap thing. is
and
great, too.
me and
Great.
my raw fish. I had a beautiful feast last night, kaizen, and then now having some of these beautiful. It's kind of a sushi style where you have
Yeah.
the tuna tartare is kind of like a
Very nice. Yeah.
sashimi minced
Yeah,
up.
yep, like a nice
Good,
tuna
good
kind
for
of thing.
people who are
Tuna grilled.
watching their diets and waistlines.
But a lot
Not
of
so
flavor,
good
a
when
lot
you
of flavor.
have 8 other dishes.
We still
Even
have
if
to
you're
get-
watching them expand, it's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
still
I
have to
mean,
dive into that. We still have to dive into the shrimp salad. But a nice array of dishes here at Max's Grill.
How great is Bert, by the way? The
Bert
guy
is fun. It's a
he's
lot of
traveling. He enjoys it. He has the right balance, and the people who work for him, they're all happy and cheerful.
Yep.
Jen is popping in and having a great
She's
time,
fun. Yep.
and Chef Mike, they're always constantly evolving and trying to find new dishes twice a year. It's not easy.
They've hit a home run with all this stuff. I mean that in all sincerity, not just because we're poaching some free food here, but
It's actually all lighter things outside of the
these
sandwich.
lettuce wraps are great. I've had them a lot of different places. They're as good as any place I've
A lot
ever
of
had.
flavor.
The hummus thing was very innovative.
Really good.
Each one
I
brings
didn't dive into some of the other stuff, but
it's a
you say
salad.
that Branzino was right on the money.
Branzino is right on the money, and it has asparagus. And I
then if
always
you
love
wanna,
asparagus.
something more solid. Boom,
Have it-
man.
You know why I love
French dip
asparagus, Defo?
because they're
You're
green.
green.
Yes,
I love the way it makes my pee smell.
Oh.
Just being honest.
On that note,
No, it means it's filled with
All right, we have
antioxidants.
some more commercial messages.
no, we
No,
don't
we're
have any
done.
more commercials. We're no more commercials. We're already over commercials.
We're not
Not at
on
all.
terrestrial radio, but hey, Reno was telling other kinds of
Yes.
scatological stories.
Yes, on
yesterday.
our show, on your
on-
show, because
oh.
food's involved. We try
this is
to
such
not.
it's a high class affair.
I don't know about
here.
class, but there's food literally on the table.
there is
So,
Kind
food.
of Sun Sentinel, of course.
Hello, Gretchen.
Frowns upon this kind of behavior.
Hey, we got a couple of minutes left,
Yeah.
and I did want to mention one topic that was kind of raging on the Let's Eat group was I guess somebody went to a restaurant in New Smyrna Beach, a little bit up the coast,
All right.
and it was I don't even know what kind of restaurant, some sort of Asian fusion restaurant. But you know how at the bottom of the check and the slips they give the suggested tip guide.
Yeah.
Nobody's forcing you to do it. It's just kind of a guide for dummies who can't do math and
Yeah,
can't
Shirley always falls down. I hate it.
compute 20% on their own. But most of the time when they do have these suggested tips, it's like 18%,
18,
20%,
22 is what they usually
25.
do.
Some of them I see 22. But this one that the guy posted, it showed 20, 25, and 35.
Oh, wow.
35%.
That's nice.
And I've never seen a suggested tip guide. Now, again, it's a suggestion. Nobody's
Yeah,
telling
but
you that
the
this is what
suggestions
you
are not-
have to do. But just the mere placing of that
Yep.
suggestion.
Yep.
What do you think happened on the group?
People lost it.
Oh, there's the two babes that were by the parking meter coming back the other way. The one in the white is particularly attractive.
Mustang
I,
Rush the
thi-
show.
I think if you're tipping
Doesn't
over
think that.
30%, you probably know how to calculate it.
Yep.
If you're the type of person that's going to calculate, okay, the check's 100, 30% is 30,
Yeah, which people do.
which, I don't know that you need a suggested mathematical,
I never understand
equation
that.
to
I
that
do.
kind of tipping.
I understand that because you know why? People are idiots and they
Yeah.
can't even
Yeah, but
do
every phone has a
basic math.
calculator. Shirley does it, which I still think is
People
stupid
can't
too,
even,
but-
they're idiots. They don't even know how to handle or find the calculators on their
Oh,
phone.
But 20% couldn't be any easier.
It couldn't be
calculate,
easier.
right?
Me and
Yeah.
you, we know
No,
how to
that's
do it. You know
easy.
why?
The first
Because
number.
we know-
we're generous, yeah.
We know how much a 50-cent 4-horse trifecta box costs.
Well, you can
$12.
figure if there's a 20% takeout on the pool, $575,386 they are bad. We know exactly what they took out.
We are degenerate math whizzes, so 20% of an $80 check
Yeah.
is very easy. That's 8 times 2
Well,
is
and
16.
I would think this.
But-
I believe this. That that 20 became the standard of like.
The 20 is like the lowest now. I
A
think.
normal
Right,
tip.
which-
I think 20 is like the
you know,
lowest now.
But I just
Which is
found
If
that
you were tipping 15% in the past and you're not up to 20 by now, I mean,
Yeah.
then you're not in touch with the times. That's all there is to it. So I wouldn't even start at 18%. 18% I would consider to be somewhat insulting as a tip.
these days inflation, the baseline is now 20.
Yeah.
But if somebody doesn't have, and again, if something comes out slow, that's not the server's fault. That's
Yeah,
the kitchen's fault. You don't take it out
So
on the
people do
server.
because I never have done that. Like even if it's the worst experience ever, I tip what I tip. Like
Yeah.
I guess if it's an amazing tip, maybe I go really high, but I don't go lower. I'm not like, oh, it was the worst experience, so I'm tipping you 10%. Like my grandfather
I'm not
did that. I
throwing
thought that
a
was
10%
dumb.
tip to
I'm
insult
in
the
a
guy.
20. I'm a 20 to 25,
Yeah, that's
sometimes
what I tip.
30%.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you're pretty good.
here's what I'm looking for. Okay, number one, the server establishes contact with the table quickly, meaning within the first
Yeah.
3 minutes. With even if they're busy, just like nod and say, "Hey,
Yo,
I'll be
I'll be right there.
I'll be with you in a minute." I acknowledge. You just
Will you
want
give
acknowledgement.
demerits? So you'll actually give demerits.
You want acknowledgement quickly, okay?
You don't want to
just-
feel like a fool, like you've been
I
sitting there
get
forever.
it.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than being antsy and just like
Yeah,
you're
you're
just
sitting like a
sitting
jerk.
and waiting and you don't see
Can we
anybody.
get some menus?
No, you have to ask. Yeah,
couple of
that sucks.
menus.
Like, first of all, you should be seated with a menu by a host or a hostess. Then the server should make contact, like, I'll be right with you because they want to take your drink orders or, if they're busy. But again, some sort of establishment in the first 3 minutes and hopefully get a drink order
3
in
minutes,
the
like
first
you
5
actually have
minutes.
like a
Like,
stop.
you
yeah,
actually
I
have a thing.
You're really
people have
something. Yeah,
calculators
yeah.
on their phone. They also have timers on their phone.
You
When I was a
actually start
critic,
the
I was
timer.
merciless.
You probably start the
I would
timer.
start the stop clock. But the other thing you want is when the food arrives, okay, you want it coursed out nicely. You want dirty dishes taken away. And even if that's not the server's responsibility, it is a busser or somebody connected to the whole service staff. So I hate dirty dishes lingering. So that's a demerit. I also want somebody to check and see how is everything within the first 2 minutes after they serve your main courses, because that's when you register
Okay,
any
again,
kind
I'm
of
not saying
complaints.
Yeah,
on
I'm
a
not
post.
paying attention.
Well,
to
your
that. I'm
demerits-
just going by the overall
Yeah.
feeling. I
And
guess.
then
Yeah,
lead
yeah.
to less tip. That's all I'm asking you.
Yeah, well,
because
these are my checklist items. Like there are certain basic things that
And
a
you
server
will-
should be
There's something
doing.
psychologically wrong.
in
with somebody that
accordance
does
to your
that.
tip,
Yeah,
you go,
yeah.
well, there's a point.
Well, geez, you know
There's
what?
another
I don't start
point.
It was
deducting
4 minutes.
percentage points.
4 minutes before you came, like
That's what I'm
you're
asking.
grading Mary Lou Retton, who, by the way, is getting better, I
She's doing
guess.
better, thank God, yeah.
On the vault. Or something. Well, you know what? I saw that toe slip off the pommel horse there.
People should be mindful of what makes for a good server and what's
Obviously,
the server's fault and
but-
what's not the server's fault.
But
And again,
It is
you
what
usually
it
have a
is,
vibe
like,
going, during the meal anyway.
and Jenny right here, who has been
She's
serving
been
us
fun, yeah, she's doing a great job.
capably
Yeah, yeah, she's doing a great
and
job.
admirably,
capably,
and
she's been
more than
beyond
capable.
over the
It's been
top.
great,
All over the place.
but it's all about attitude
She's
and
still
personality.
speaking to you.
After that sandwich, yeah,
But
exactly.
all about attitude and personality. She's smiling. She's having a good
I get
time.
you want
She
great service. What
banters.
I'm
You
saying
want
is-
you want a server that enhances
So
the mood.
what's the bottom line? What will you have left
Well,
this
you
person
because
in,
my thing is like
Newport,
we've
Richie or
learned by
whatever?
being
Yeah.
around you,
Yeah.
a lot of the time what service you get isn't always on the server. So
Right.
to me, to punish them, especially after working with you, I feel like a jerk off.
I would never punish a server.
That,
Yeah,
okay, so you're categorizing all these things. What is the end result?
They
Like,
would-
I don't get it. Why do you do
I
it?
don't
Why
know,
would
just
you
to
go
say
through
whether
all
the
that?
service was good
Man.
or not after the fact.
No
but-
wonder your wife left
That's
you.
the
I mean, come on, that's crazy.
All right, but
Sit
the,
there with a stopwatch.
the point of this was that by putting 35% on the slip, a lot of
Yeah.
people said,
35 is kind
"Oh,
of
I
a
would
high
purposely
tip,
leave
yeah.
them only 15
No,
because they're
that's
being,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
that's just
No, that's not the service.
you're
spiteful.
justifying your own rudeness at that
Yeah,
point.
being
that's-
spiteful."
that's not the
That's
service.
good.
All right, that was a great lecture.
That was a great lecture. Hey, guess where we're going to be tomorrow,
We're
guys?
gonna be in Delaware.
Delaware
Yeah,
Chicken
it's
Farm
like
and
gonna be a
this,
Seafood
tell me
Market.
everyone's ready for
You could
Stone
go in
Crab
there
Fest.
right now today if you're looking for the freshest of
Stone crab's a
Florida's.
little cheaper than they were last year.
Yeah,
A little
they're
bit.
holding steady,
Feels
but
like
the
they are, but I
Stone
don't
Crab Market is, again, it's the first week. and they have a full selection of all sizes there at Delaware. At least they did the other day when I was there picking up on the first day, and now the supplies are coming in, and you can go in there. 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood. We'll be there tomorrow from 1 to 2, new time, and we will be doing our part to deplete their supply of stone crabs. We're going to be celebrating stone
I
crabs.
feel like we's a lot of people. I'm hoping there's a we.
Yeah, no,
we
well,
don't
me,
repeat last
you.
year.
There's not. They're going to be really disappointed that Tony Segreto is now open for Vermont
he's in
because
VT.
they loved seeing Tony
Segreto's
Segreto.
a great guy.
at-
He
He's
loved
unreal.
it there.
Talk about classic, legendary spots and people. Doug
Yes.
Carter and his crew have been doing it since 1962 at the current location, and they love seeing Tony Segreto, another classic
Yes.
South Florida
Got that
icon.
Italian sausage.
Yeah,
connection.
and
Yeah,
we
those
had
sausage.
Sausage Fest, but tomorrow it's Stone
Stone
Crab
Crab
Fest. But
Fest.
they have all the great also fish, seafood, lobster tails, and so on, along with meats and the famous poultry. So go to DelawareChicken.com. That's the website that has all the daily
Good
offerings
weekend
and
of
weather's
grill something
specials.
too.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes. The
Coming up,
weather's
it's
amazing.
nice
It's going to
weather.
be a nice weekend to hang out, chilling and grilling. Okay, we'll see you out there tomorrow. And until then,
Finish the sandwich to close the show. man.
enjoy
That'll be awesome.
every tuna tartare, every pesto,
And here we go.
hummus, and enjoy every
Reprising his
French
previous
dip.
accomplishments. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Week.
Dainty bite.
Mayo week.
A dainty
Nurse.
bite.
Nurse.